Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is Mustard Ketchup Man 1000. We're back, alive, thankfully. Here to make another video. This video is for UFC 323. Right here, you can see right here. But first, let's go over not this week, because yesterday there was no UFC, but this week or this last week's UFC event, and I did pretty good. 11-14. Let's go over it real quick. Denzel Fury. I did not watch this. I was still asleep. So yeah, don't expect anything from me on this one. Also asleep. Um, believe I was asleep for this one too. But this was expected. This one was in hindsight. Obviously, it was gonna happen. This one I'm not surprised by. Surprised about. This one, Taporia did prove me a little bit wrong, but I still don't think this doesn't show me anything still. Not surprised. This was crazy. I feel bad for Alec Perez because he was doing really good. He was like borderline about a win going into the third, and then Nasu just got lucky. But yeah, poor Alex, man, poor Alex. This one, Saeed, you're garbage. Yeah, you're garbage. Never. Please cut UFC. Please cut him. Um, I feel bad for Bogdan Grad. He did really good in the first round. Uh, I'm still. I don't trust Luke Riley still though, because if you're able to take him down that easily and hold him on the ground for that long, I can't imagine he does good with any wrestler. So word for him. But I hope he's promising. But word for Luke Riley. Yeah. Horiguchi, you're goaded. Tagir, you're trash. This was completely expected. I feel bad for Shamil, but Waldo's just goaded. Um, that's a bit completely understandable. I already knew this was gonna happen. Already knew this was gonna happen. Not surprised by this one. Um, not surprised by this one. So yeah, we're gonna start with UFC 223, 323. So third fight, first fight, Muhammad Naimov versus Marion Santos. Myron Santos. Taking Myron by decision. To be honest, yes, I believe this one did not look good on his part. Um, but he won, and that's all that matters. Compared to all the other fights though, he did really good. Like the Sadiq Yusuf one was really good. And not too much else to say because he's still really young and he's progressing a lot. I don't know if I've said this before or if I've made a video with him fighting, but I truly do think that he's borderline could be a future champ in my opinion. At least top five. At least top five. He's really good, and I put all my stock into him because he's really good. Um, so yeah, Myron Santos. Naimov is just not that good. Um, so yeah. Next fight, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Shokoli. Mansour Abdul Malik KO round one. Nothing else has to be said about this one. Maybe even submission, just inside the distance. Ibo Aslan versus Iwo Bar- Baranis Bar- Baraniwiski. Baraniwiski. I believe it's also pronounced Ibo as well. Um, but if you watched my Dana White Contender Series once, this guy's familiar. I had him by KO round one, so I'm taking him again by KO round one. Evo is just not good. He fluked, not fluked. He lied. I don't know how the word is, or what the word is. Like he lied to us. He put up a farce. Because these two guys have, like Anton is not even in the UFC anymore. Rafael is just here for highlight reels. Um, losing to Kutalaba in the 2025 is crazy. Um, losing to Billy Alakena, not bad. But I'm trusting Iwo. He seems more promising. Edson Barbosa versus Jalen Turner. Taking Jalen Turner KO round one, round two actually. Round two. Um, we've seen Jalen Turner actually put out people, which is enough to be enough for me to like be like, okay, he's good. Um, but Edson Barbosa, it's like he looked really, really good against Sadiq, but Sadiq is just not there anymore, and so is Edson. Edson like lost to Lerone, which is not a bad loss. Lost to Jakar, but Jakar is like not that good in my opinion. Like he's decent, but he's not the greatest. I think just Jalen Turner wins this by decision. Oh, not by decision, by KO round two. I feel bad. I don't want to see it, but Edson's just he's out. He's not in his prime anymore. Hope he wins, but I really doubt it. Um, next fight is Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira. Taking Bruno Ferreira decision. I can see why the odds are even, um, or pick'ems, because Marvin Vettori, like if you think about it, he has the comp, like he's faced better competition overall in his career, and so has Bruno, but not to this degree at least. Um, yeah, not to this degree, but but and if you think about it, Marvin is kind of due for a win. If you think about it, like just like logistically, like his competition are nearly all like ranked contenders, or yeah, they're just ranked contenders. Bruno has ranked best win in my opinion has that's not even listed on here is RoboCop. Um, so yeah, I'm not too sure. I think Bruno's decision though is pretty safe. Hope he gets to fight for a belt, but we'll see. Um, if anything, I feel like this is a big jump for him, but I do want to see him win, in my opinion. But he does seem to like gas out just a tiny bit, and I think Marvin is still going through stuff, and that would cause him to like not be so focused on training, which kind of sucks. But that's just the name of the game. But next fight is Fereziam versus Nazim Sadikov. I don't like this fight. I don't want to see either of them lose. They're both really good. They're both really promising. I hope both of them get like have a very striving career, even regardless of who wins and who loses. But I'm taking Sadikov decision. I don't think um, Fereziam is like, don't get me wrong, he's 28. He's about to enter that prime. But I don't think he has enough yet. Like he's not there fully yet. I want to see a little bit more first. Um, but he still has time. He has way more than enough time to still develop. Nazim, while being at 31, he needs to lock in a little bit, get more fights in, because he is good. This dude is he's no slouch. He's no slouch at all. Ziam is a little like, he could be 50-50, but like I said, Ziam is still young, still developing. I really hope he does well. I really hope either guy wins, but I'm taking Nazim, Nazim Sadikov by decision. It's gonna be a good fight regardless, though. So whoever wins, props to you. Next fight, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Actually, going back to this real quick, I am kind of worried for the reach advantage because Ziam does have the reach advantage, but I feel like that hasn't really shown to stop um, Sadikov. Like he's still gonna go in there and like, get stuff done. So we'll see. That's something to consider as well. Um, next fight, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Taking Macy Barber by decision. Karine Silva lost all credibility when she lost to Viviana Araújo. That's all I'm gonna say. Younger fighter, older fighter. Fighting nerds doesn't really prove anything to me. So, Macy Barber, welcome to the club. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. I'm taking Chris Duncan by KO round one. This is not this is not going anywhere. It's either KO or sub, but I really hope after this he gets like a big jump up because this dude Chris Duncan needs to be fighting like a top 15 contender at least, dude. Like he's not a slouch. This dude is good. Beating Rebecca and being 44. Well, I know this is like topology rankings, but like Rebecca, like that's a damn good win. So, oh, if he beats Terrence McKinney, hopefully we see something come out of it. Um, but yeah, give me Chris Duncan. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. I'm taking Manuel Torres by decision. This one's weird just 'cause like I want to take Grant Dawson, but this fight just never sat right with me. The King Green Bobby Green fight it's never sat right with me 'cause what do you mean you're losing to Bobby Green? You know? No disrespect to Bobby Green. You know Bobby Green's good, but like, come on, like what are you doing? I think Manuel just has more like um he just tends to be I would say compared to everybody else on these on at least from his last five. He's just as aggressive as Bobby Green, and because of that, I'm gonna take him by decision. Definitely gonna. I can definitely see him piecing up uh, Grant Dawson, but I just hope, or I can see it just being a decision, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I have for that fight. Next fight, Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. I'm taking Blachowicz decision. I can definitely see Guskov decision though. Blachowicz is just 'cause like he's been robbed way too many times, way too many times. Like I don't think he lost to Alex in my opinion, but then he got injured. He did okay against Carlos to be honest. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Blachowicz still has it. Guskov is in his prime though, but he just hasn't fought the same competition that Blachowicz has fought, and hopefully he hasn't slowed down that much. So I'm gonna take Guskov. I'm taking Blachowicz decision. Definitely could get like a KO though, or a sub at least. Uh, Next fight, Henry Cejudo versus Payton Talbot. Talbot. Easy Talbot decision. Henry Cejudo is not gonna do much. He's so old, man. Like, I understand like this is gonna be his send off fight, but you're giving like Henry Cejudo had to agree to this fight, and to but that's kind of says like oh he thinks he has a good opportunity in this fight, but I like let's be honest, man, he has no chance of winning. If we're being completely honest, not that there's no chance, but he's just super old, dude. And like Payton just showed so much more development from the Raoni Barcelos fight versus the Felipe Lima fight. Like that jump, those 6 months, he was locked in, and I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing here if we're being honest. So take him, Payton Talbot. Oh, excuse me, I'm sick, so I'm not feeling too good from my stomach. So, but yeah. Next up we have Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. Taking Brandon Moreno by decision. Um, you see, I don't want to like. This is like another fight with the Marvin Vittori and the other guy's fight. Like they're both really good. I kind of don't want to see either one lose, but this one kind of just tells me that it's gonna be the same situation where the younger guy just gets like outshone by the older guy, the more experienced guy. Um, so I think Brandon Moreno wins, in my opinion. Um, but I could definitely see how Tatsuro Taira could win. But I mean, Brandon Moreno's still young. Like he's 31. Yes, he's fought a lot, but he's 31 with a lot of experience. And then we have Tatsuro Taira, who's 17 and 1 at 25, which is a lot of experience as well. But like, it's not the same. Um, Especially someone with this much experience, former champion, by the way. Um, I don't know. They're gonna match up pretty well though. I believe this is gonna be. I not even I believe. I know this is gonna be a good fight. Um, I just don't. I don't see how Tatsuro Taira's wrestling is really gonna just carry for him. Because I mean, if we look at Brandon Moreno's losses, like it's Figgy and Royval and Pandoja, like the most recent losses. Like those losses are like straight up just from like winning or I guess losing from the striking standpoint, and Tatsuro Taira's striking is not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. Never has been. It definitely will get better eventually. Like he's 25, but it never has been. And I don't really see it developing that fast. From realistically, he's only actual KO win, which was 2 years ago. Which I know it's enough time to develop it, but we'll see how that goes. Um, Next fight, Alexander Pantoja versus Joshua Van. Um, this was a shot in the dark, super shot in the dark. But I'm taking sorry, not Pantoja. I'm taking Joshua Van by decision. Um, I don't like seeing, uh, I don't like seeing Pantoja win. If I'm being honest, he's really good. Don't get me wrong, but I faded him so much. Like I wanted him. I wanted Brandon Moreno to win this fight. Excuse me. But the Ravel fight, he got really close. Ravel got really close. Usyk got really close. Kaya Sakura didn't do anything. Kai Kara France didn't do anything. And this is where it kind of shows me like the levels is like the submission and the takedown. If Joshua Van gets taken on the ground, it's basically over. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's basically over. Like he's 24. 24 fighting for a belt is really good. But unless he catches him on the feet, there's no way he's winning. If we're being completely honest. Catches him on the feet and tires him out. But knowing Pantoja, his chin is still really solid, and he still has not given up like any cardio, in my opinion. So I'm taking Joshua Van by decision. I think since it's been a minute since he's gone the distance, a year and a half, I don't think he is conditioned. Not to say that he's not conditioned, but he's not conditioned so much as to like not remove, sorry, so much as conditioned as to like have the 5 round cardio anymore. Since he's getting significantly older, so I'm taking Joshua Van. Um, prove me right, Joshua, please. I want you to win. Um, Next fight, Merab Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan 2. It's Merab decision. There's nothing else to say. Peter Yan could win. He could definitely win. I don't think it's like completely out of the picture for him to win, but Merab is just there. Merab is there to win. Um, and it's just another situation where like as soon as he gets on the ground, it's really just game over from there. But yeah, Peter Yan could catch him. I really doubt it, but yeah, Merab decision. Let's be honest. So yeah, that's all I had for today. Pretty straightforward video. Actually, let me go back and go through my locks. Merab is a lock. Let's keep it a buck. Joshua Van's low confidence. Yeah, low confidence. Brandon Moreno, I would say, is medium confidence. I would say a lock from Payton right here. Lock / high confidence. I would say low confidence on Yon. Manuel Torres, I would say like a medium confidence. This is a lock. This is a lock. I don't care what anybody tells me. This is a lock for Chris Duncan, especially at odds like these. Like parlay it with something like I don't know. Parlay it with something and get plus odds. And you're chilling. Macy Barber, I would say high confidence, but it's a women's fight. I'm not too sure. This was Pick'ems / low confidence, in my opinion. Bruno Ferreira, like low confidence in my opinion, but you know, I can still believe in him. High confidence on Jalen. Ewo, high confidence. Lock, and then lock / high confidence. So yeah, that's all I have for today. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This is Mustard Ketchup A1000, and goodbye.